what's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode here. Merry Christmas to everybody to Locker Room Sports, live here in Studio 3B. Sorry for that. Let's put this over here on the groups page. Get everybody coming in here waiting. I hope everybody's having a great day. Nice weather, everything we got going on right now. I got 300 different things going on right now, so just be patient, bear with me. This is kind of the setup, and this is kind of what we got going on right now. So today we are going to talk about Alabama and Indiana. Rose Bowl game. It's going to be 100th year here for Alabama from their first appearance at the Rose Bowl. Now, that don't have anything at all to do with the fact I'm still work in progress here. Hang on. Still don't have anything to do with the fact that, with Alabama playing in their 100th year of from Rose Bowl, because Indiana hadn't played in one in about 70 years. So that don't mean very much at all. It just don't. The matters of fact of the game are going to be blocking and tackling. That's what the main headline is going to be. So we're going to get Diamond Dean to call in here in just a little bit. So I'm going to link up my phone here, and we're going to hit the see if I can find it here. I'm going to do this and this and this. Wait for some people to get in there. Jump in here on the page, come in, hang out with us. See if we can get this to connect and load up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Locker Room Sports. We're going to be talking about Bama and Indiana, Rose Bowl. Going to be breaking that down, and we're also going to talk about Auburn's portal class. They got some interesting news. I still hadn't seen anything break right now for Brian Brown from USF to be joining the Auburn Tigers as of right now. It's kind of been a foregone conclusion with him entering the portal. We'll talk about that. What does he bring? What does he bring to Auburn? Does he bring another level to Auburn as far as quarterback wise? What are some of you fans? What are y'all feeling like that the opportunity is for them to adding Brown to Auburn, if that's going to be, key for them, and trying just to get into the playoffs, because there's still going to be 12 more teams. And as of this coming up next cycle, there's going to be 12 more teams to that playoff. So we're going to talk about that. Also, Notre Dame, man. Why? Notre Dame has decided that they're just going to drop USC, and their schedule is going to absolutely go to a complete poop show. I mean, they're going to play like Miami. So I guess the new way is you just go out here and schedule a bunch of crap teams, and you just win those games, and that's it. And you can get in the playoffs since they get a special deal because they're Notre Dame. Now, Indiana is number one. Bama should probably just stay at home. I mean, Alabama – literally, guys, they don't even have a chance to do anything. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Christmas Eve. So there's no reason really for Bama to even show up to this at all. I mean, why? Indiana's just going to beat the crap out of them. I mean, Alabama hadn't faced any adversity through the year. They hadn't played a lot of ranked teams, and gosh, man, he's the Heisman Trophy winner. Fernando Mendoza. I mean, are you kidding me? What's the opportunities for them, Alabama, to be able to, actually have a chance to beat this team? So let's do this. Let's do it this way. Let's do the who, what, when, and where, and whys, and all that stuff. And Dean's going to call in here in just a second. I'm trying to get my phone to Bluetooth up to the unit here, and I'm just not having any luck at all with it. So Ty Simpson is going to be a clear. Yeah, I completely agree, bro. I'm with you. I'm on that 100%. And before we even get off into that, I'll put your comment up here, and we'll say this: why the Heisman Trophy is supposed to be? It's supposed to be the most exciting player in the country, not the best quarterback. That's the Davey O'Brien Award. Okay, even the Maxwell Awards and those kind of things are very prominent awards. So why in the world would Mendoza be the Heisman? I'm with you. I'm all over it. Okay, yeah. Hey, go Longhorns! I got my Texas hat in the closet in there, and I become a fan of them. That year that they beat USC, I become a big fan of them, and still trying to get this Bluetooth. It usually just works. You usually just hit the Bluetooth button on the Vocaster, and it'll just come right on. So, Ty Simpson, and I'm going to put Ryan Williams' name out there, okay? Ryan Williams, I got to put his name in there. The Diamond Dean's going to be calling in here in just a few minutes, and we're going to talk about that Oklahoma game. But I want to first get this done and get it out of the way. Ty Simpson and Ryan Williams are going to be keys for Alabama to win this game. That's just my opinion based on stuff that I've studied and looking at some things here. I think Ty is going to have to run the ball early. We're going to talk about Indiana and that ferocious defense. My God, man, how has anybody even scored on them at all? I mean, their pass defense is so awesome. There's no way Bama's going to be able to throw the ball and score on them. But little did the people tell you that's really watched Indiana, because these other people that are Indiana fans have not watched any SEC football, that teams have got behind on them because they're playing Maryland, Rutgers, UCLA, and Minnesota. So all they do is throw the ball. So it makes their pass defense look good, and it's really not because their corners ain't all that great. So Ty Simpson running the ball early on downs. What do y'all think? Hit the thumbs up while you're already over here on the video. Just hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Facebook, YouTube people, subscribe. Help me hit 1,000, man. Let's get 1,000, break in this new year, 2026. It's going to be our 7th year starting into this. And Diamond Dean, again, co-host, he's going to be calling in. He's on vacation, so I'm going to get him to call in here in a minute. We're going to talk about Bama, Oklahoma a little, and then move to Indiana. So Ty Simpson running the ball early on downs. I think that gives him a type of energy that Ty seems to feed off of. He's a really charismatic kind of guy. And you can just tell that he's a good young man, good Christian guy. And you can appreciate how he is definitely a team player. He is the energy. He brings a lot of positivity stuff to the team. And being a quarterback, you have to have a short memory, right? And I think Ty does. I think Ty reanimates that whole persona of having a short memory and forgetting things, flush it, move on to the next thing. And with him being able to run early, I run him on a first down. Especially guys, if you get a penalty. So you get Indiana jump off sides and it's 1st and 5. Let Ty scramble up there and run. I think it gives him some confidence and a little bit of positivity that he will bring up the huddle. He'll bring the huddle up for the team. Also, now I said Ryan Williams. I know he's a no-show. He leads the country in drops. I got all that. I study this stuff, read through this stuff every day. It's actually not been a big improvement from last year. Really hasn't. Ryan's kind of been what he's been the whole time. Hang on. Diamond Dean.
What's up?
What's going on, son?
Oh, not much. You ain't on?
Yeah, baby, we live here on the scene. Dean is calling in from Bimini Islands, where he's been snorkeling and scuba diving all day looking for treasure.
Well, I'm actually in Rose Bowl. I'm going on and prepping for this.
Oh, you already went out? I thought you was going to Mars. He's all right.
No, we left Hawaii here earlier.
Oh, so you just swim across to get out there to Pasadena?
Yeah, we're in Pasadena now. We're going to golf some. Got practice a couple of days. They're letting us come in. So.
Yeah, how's the Tide looking right now as far as getting out there at practice and getting after it? Is Ty spinning the ball pretty good?
Oh, yeah, he's doing good. They're prepared. They're ready to play right now. So
Right now, hey, why don't you just call Indiana and get
they're
old
going to
Sig?
move it up.
Oh, they're going to play tomorrow. Okay, Christmas Eve day. Hey, live news right here is happening. That's why you hit the subscribe button. Christmas Eve,
Hey.
Rose Bowl played. Bama wins by 50. No, I'm just kidding.
I guarantee you that both teams would rather play tomorrow.
Think so?
Yes, then wait 8, 9 more days.
Yeah.
I don't know who that's going to hurt. I don't know. I don't know if it'll hurt. Indiana's going to be. You're looking at Indiana going to be off a month by the time they play.
That's got to be a little.
And
I just don't. Yeah, I'm with you.
Alabama won game in a month. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who it hurts worse.
Well, tell me this.
That's what you talking about? We're talking about the Bama game.
Yeah, tell me your thoughts. Go back through Oklahoma and Bama at 17-0 first quarter. You've turned the TV off and you went out probably went out in the ocean, took a little swim out there in Hawaii and warm waters. So when you come back in and starting the second quarter's going on and you hear some of your buddies in there hollering and hooping it up, what did you think had happened? If somebody caught their hair on fire, was Alabama coming back? What did you think?
Well, I didn't. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was over. I was actually, people that know we're kidding. I guess they know we're kidding about Hawaii. But I was at a basketball game, and a guy I coach with said, well, they're done. They're not coming back on that defense. And 15 minutes later, it was tied up. But I'll be honest with you. I figured the defense made some big plays. And they did, the interception, the pick six, and the punter, which, they really didn't do nothing to the punter.
No, he just laid it on the ground. He just gave it to Tim Keenan. He literally said, here, Tim, I don't want the ball anymore.
I did see something that Oklahoma fans, not towards Alabama, but just they found that play very odd. Just the punt play, not any others. But I didn't know about the sequence. And before we get back on the bus, man, Alabama's ahead.
Yeah.
And but I was surprised. I was surprised to see the yardage. 34 points is a lot, but they still. I wouldn't say their offense is clicking, but boy, they made some big plays. Some of the receivers catches, like Bernard's.
Yeah.
And Horton's down the sideline, and was it Brooks and the touchdown catch? Those were amazing.
Yeah, Brooks is a freshman too, man.
Yeah, those were great catches. I don't know. Those aren't normal catches, and they made 3 of them in a game.
Well, I tell you, what did you think about it? And again, we brought up Ryan Williams' name. I think Ryan is going to have to step up and be a big part of this Rose Bowl. He's been a no-show. I think he had like 1 catch maybe in this game. And if you got any guess, you've coached high school football for 20 years plus. What is the holdup?
I don't know. I think these other guys have just took him over, maybe in refs. Brooks has really come on. Horton's been a good addition. Bernard, Grubb said he's the best player on the team.
Yeah.
I guess he meant offensively.
Yeah.
Well, he actually said if he needs to play defense, you give him 2 days and he would be starting on defense.
Yeah.
But they just passed him. I think he's probably a little hampered too, or gun shy or something. You made a comment on one show that he had took some big licks this year. I'm telling you, that plays a part. Maybe you just don't want to get hit like that again.
Something's up.
Is that possible?
Something's up, man. I've thought about it just, on my own time, just, piddling and thinking about the game or trying to get, go through ideas of what to talk about on the show and stuff sometimes. And I've been around it. I've coached younger kids in ball and, helped kids and do camp stuff. And I've always done lineman stuff, but you've always did, receiver DB stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know it just seems like he's completely lost all of his confidence.
Do you think he's just unhappy with Simpson, with the offense, with Alabama? I read an article yesterday, and there's a lot of speculation that he'll head on.
Yeah.
He won't hang around, which I don't. I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, who wants him if he leaves the country and drops?
13.
I mean, does somebody
right? 13?
Yeah. I mean, does somebody take a chance on him and say, well, we can fix him? You know, we'll spend the money and fix him. I don't know, man. I don't.
No, I mean, it is puzzling, and I hate it. I'm not pleased. I'm not happy.
No,
that he's going through this.
Well, he's two-time Mr. Alabama. I mean, you know, he didn't win that by accident. He won as a sophomore and a junior. You know, his senior year, you know, he was playing at Bama. So there's no way here in our state of Alabama that could be an accident for him to be two-time Mr. Alabama. You coached on the Cherokee County team. You coached the last Mr. Alabama there at Cherokee County, Cody Blanchard. Those guys are special players. He won it back-to-back, and then he shows up at college, has a fantastic freshman year. He had some drops. He did. He had a lot of drops, but they were kind of forgot about quickly when he made big catches in big games. And that's what we thought. Well, he'll have some drops, but in big games, Dane, he's dropped touchdowns. He's dropped first downs, punts. Good Lord of mercy, man. I don't know if it's just confidence or what.
I don't know. Well, you know, Horton's pretty good.
Yeah.
Bernard, which we thought that at the end of last year that he'd come on. I'm like, dang, his stats are better than Williams, and this Brooks has come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he's just not a top target. I mean, I don't even know if Simpson looks for him much anymore.
Well, I mean, you know.
I think he looks for Bernard first, and then him and Horton's obviously got a good connection. But as far as the game the other night, Matt, I thought that Alabama did a great job capitalizing on Oklahoma's mistakes. And even though they didn't rush but for 28 yards and only had 260, they made some big plays.
Well,
running game still not great.
Well, I know. They're just not going to figure it out. You know, they compared and said that what lost Oklahoma the game was, first of all, the D lineman on that whatever pushed the guy in the side and got a 15-yarder. That was a dumb mistake. And then he said, you know, when he rolled out on like 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 4 and he threw the ball way down the field and the guy drops it, you know, that cost him the game.
Oh, God, that was a game changer.
But do you remember, Dean, when Ty did the same thing and rolled out and found Bernard wide open on his knees downfield?
He dropped it.
So don't those two plays equal each other out?
Yeah, they would. I think the main thing with that kid was they said he would have scored. But, you know, I found out later that guy wasn't even a wide receiver.
No, it's a tailback, yeah.
And not even their main one. So,
no.
You know, he probably don't see a whole lot of footballs in practice.
Well, the fans were aggravated because they felt like Mateer could have ran for the first down. That was
that's what I heard analysts say. They were saying, why was he throwing anyway? He could have. And, you know, I'm glad he didn't, because they say if he had of and got the first down, Alabama would have been down 10 at halftime.
Well, they would have had to score. I mean, still, you got to remember that. Just because they get a first down don't mean they score.
Well, that's true. But they just said they could have eaten more clock, and Alabama probably wouldn't have
got the ball back.
But, you know, I don't know. You know, that's just the way the game goes. The breaks went out, which Alabama made plays. But, you know, last time they played, the breaks went Oklahoma's way. This time they went Alabama's.
Yeah.
But now, as far as Indiana.
Yeah, what's up with the Rose Bowl? Indiana, Dean, this is their second Rose Bowl appearance. They played USC in '68. This is a 100th year anniversary for Alabama to be returning to the Rose Bowl, and their first was in 1926. So this is a tale of two cities, completely different teams. I mean, if we'd have told anybody 5 years ago when DeBoer was at Indiana helping, you know, him and Womack and some other guys were up there helping, you'd have said, hey, you know, in 26, this team's going to play Alabama in the Rose Bowl, and they're going to be number one. They would say, oh, wow, yeah, Bama's number one. No, Indiana's going to be number one. What? What are you saying right now? So, and breaking them down, I watched film on them a lot yesterday. I went through their players. I studied their receivers, their tailback. I went through Mendoza. Just right off the cuff, what is your just overall umbrella look down at the game for the Rose Bowl? How does Bama win this game?
Well, I tell you, they're going to have to match their intensity. I'll give this to them, and I was shocked by it because I watched them play Ohio State, and I'm sitting out there telling, I believe it was Brent. I was like, that game's not even going to be close. What are you talking about? And then they beat them. I thought they were very intense and hit very hard. Now, I don't know that they got the speed that Alabama would have. But I was shocked that they beat Ohio State. And I didn't like the fact that they beat Ohio State, to be honest with you. It worries me. But I think that the defense can stop their offense. But what I'm worried about is, can our offense do anything against their defense? They've not give up a lot this year.
Well, and here's the
I know they haven't played a lot of tough games, but even in the tough ones they didn't give up nothing.
I agree. We got Lynn Jr. said Alabama needs to start fast. I 100% agree. 1,000%. Alabama needs to come out fast and score. Indiana's pass defense, Dean, is pretty good. They're one of the top pass, rushing teams. But when you watch them play, here's the problem with that thing. When you see stats, and a lot of people we talk about this all the time, there's people that just are Saturday watchers and they don't know much about the games or the teams at all. They don't watch the SEC. They're just watching Indiana. This is a lifetime dream. I mean, there's people that are our parents' age that have never seen anything. I mean, they were like young adults last time Indiana even played in Rose Bowl. So here's the thing. When they play against a team like Minnesota, Rutgers, UCLA, Maryland.
Iowa was one of their tougher games. Iowa was.
Yeah, they get ahead. Indiana does because they're playing terrible football teams. So those teams have to throw the ball a lot. So if you are playing against teams that throw the ball a lot, obviously your pass, defense is going to look good. If you have a lot of passes thrown against you, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Well, you're going to get more interceptions and pass breakups.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it comes down to Alabama's offense and their defense. I'm not worried. I'm not real worried. Alabama's got a good defense. I think Indiana's offense is fine, but it's not just mind-boggling. Am I wrong? It's not.
No.
I know he won the Heisman, but he threw for 3,000 yards. I think Simpson threw for 3,300.
Yeah, he threw for a little bit more. And here's another thing, too. When you watch the games, when the tough teams that they played, I don't see why he should have had to, stuff happens in big rival games like Alabama Auburn where Bryce Young had to drive 99 yards to win the game, against a not good Auburn team. But here's the thing. When Indiana plays the top 3 defensive teams when he played against, he passed for under 220 yards. He threw a pick in all 3 of those tougher opponents. So he's not throwing for a bunch, and his QBR rating is under 65. So it looks like when he –
against Oregon, against Indiana and Iowa, right?
Yeah, when he's playing tougher teams, they're giving him a hard time. So if you can move him off of his clock and not just sit back and play zone like Oklahoma tried to do Bama. Why, I don't know. They just let Ty throw it. And I knew, me and you talked about this in summer, we knew Oklahoma's cornerbacks are not good.
Right.
That was their weak spot.
Come after him a little more.
Their front 4 or 5 or so are good at Oklahoma.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they sacked him, 5, 6 times?
Yeah, 5 times. So
I'm talking about they were sacks that he didn't have a chance.
Yeah, some of them was just absolute, just smother job.
Which Alabama did the same to them.
Yeah, that we had 6 sacks on theirs, and we both had 7 tackles for a loss in the game. So that's the thing to me with Indiana. If they give time to throw the ball, Ty can move it down the field. I like his spirit, and I like this team because of what they've played through and the teams that they've beat. Dean, I know people say, well, LSU's not ranked now, but when they played them, they had their quarterback and they were playing good. When they played Missouri on the road, they had their quarterback and they were playing good.
It's playing good with Alabama.
South Carolina, it's hard to look at a team 8 weeks later and say, well, they're not ranked now. They didn't beat a ranked team. Yeah, but when they played them, they were healthy and had all these players. So I just think Bama is more tested. I don't think Indiana's played a tough schedule at all. I mean, it's like –
No, I think they played they played three really, I would say, good teams. Ohio State above average, Iowa average. But see, Iowa had to beat them they had to beat Iowa in the last minute.
Penn State too.
Penn State, who was supposed to have been good, but ended up not being. And then they go out to Oregon and drill them. The thing that scares me about them is what they did to Oregon.
But I watched that game.
Ohio State.
Let me tell you about that Oregon game. This is what happened. I watched the highlights and went back and watched the defensive sky list of it. Oregon's ahead of them and are playing toe-to-toe, not a big deal. Looks like Oregon could probably win this game. And then in the last hang on. All right, yeah. So the last thing was the whole identity of this Oregon team was God almighty dang, man. I can't do nothing. Move.
Yeah, I miss you, buddy.
He's hollering at Dean. Here's the thing. And Kevin's right. He don't trust Ty, to be honest, and we'll talk about that too. I know, man, it's tough. But here's the thing with this Oregon game, guys. Go back and watch it. Oregon's winning this game. It's tied. And Oregon's quarterback throws 2 picks late in the game and gives the game away to Indiana. Indiana didn't have much of an answer in that game. Fernando threw probably –
I knew he didn't have a huge game.
No, man, I'm telling you, he threw for under 220. He threw a pick in that game, and he had 3 great throws, okay? And if he's only throwing the ball 19 or 25 times a game – out of, completing that many out of, 40 or 45 passes, your QBR is 65 or lower. Your, passive percentages start dropping. I just don't
run game than I thought.
Yeah, I just don't think, man.
I think it's a great matchup.
It is.
I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama won, but I mean, with Indiana being number 1, I can't say I'd be surprised if they won. I think out of the matchups, who you got? You got Georgia, Ole Miss,
Oregon, and
Miami.
Texas Tech.
I think it's the best of the 4 matchups. I don't know. I kind of like that Miami and I like the
Miami,
Georgia, Ole Miss. I just do. I like that matchup.
Yeah.
But I think Indiana, Alabama is a great matchup. But they've got Alabama's got to be prepared. And I've heard some experts the other day saying, I know Alabama fans and SEC fans think this is going to be easy. It's not. This team's really good. They were a lot better than they were last year.
Well, they got a quarterback.
Yeah.
But here, I think it's going to come down to, what it's going to be. It's going to be the silly stuff. We as people that do this, all the time and, do sports media, we can break it down and jock it and rock it. We've been doing this for 20 minutes now. And honestly, it's going to come down to just who takes care of the football and who controls the line of scrimmage. Really, that's it. Honestly, that's really how this is going to go. Who controls the line of scrimmage and who turns the ball over? Who do you have faith in a little bit more? And Kevin said that it's hard for him. He don't trust Ty. Do you trust Ty in this Rose Bowl to come out? He's played with a lot of guts, Dean. He has really pulled this team through in a lot of situations. The weight of this team.
I think he's pretty good.
The team is on him. He has to carry it because they can't run the ball well. I think. Let me ask you on this. This is my takeaway. The number one thing, Ty needs to run the ball, maybe even on first down a little bit.
He runs it pretty good, actually.
I think they need to let him run the ball a little bit. Now, what do you think about the first down runs and stuff like that? That's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I think Hill maybe need to be their feature back, and Miller can still run it. I'm not saying Miller shouldn't be in the backfield any.
Well, he's a great pass blocker.
And,
Jam is.
I don't know if Hill shouldn't be getting the ball more, maybe split carries between them.
Yeah, I think he's got it. They've let him tote it a little bit more as the years went on.
But I would say Indiana's going to do something. They're probably watching film and going, my God, is anybody going to guard this Bernard across the middle?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like it. He's just wide open across the middle constantly. And I don't know. I would think that Alabama, they're not. But I think that spread's going to get closer and closer. I think they'd be the slight favorites. Because Indiana, this is the biggest bowl game. This is the biggest game they've ever had.
Yeah, they're favored by 6.5, Indiana.
Yeah, I think that'll go down, don't you?
I don't know, man. People don't believe in Alabama. They've pretty much just wrote them off, by the way they've played because they're so sporadic.
Right.
After the way they played, Georgia. Now I picked Alabama to beat Oklahoma 31-17. I felt like that the meeting the first time was a complete anomaly, and the turnovers is the only difference in the game. Alabama is better than them all the way around. I mean, just watching them play, I didn't look at the score, just seeing them play. But with this Indiana team,
kind of the opposite. This game, Oklahoma did better, but Alabama won.
Well,
about offensive.
Well, did you notice here with Womack? This is what I noticed after halftime, especially right before the half. Indiana decides to drop and start playing like coverage, and they're playing like shell defense, and they roll up two safeties on the top, and they don't send one of them and then drop the safety in the middle, to play one high. They just roll with two highs the rest of the game, and it gives Ty time. And Oklahoma's corners, obviously, from what we've seen at the game, couldn't cover Brooks or Bernard, so that gave them time to catch the ball. Then on the opposite side of that, Bama starts out the whole first quarter. They're drop back. They are playing zone 3. They're playing cover 4. They may be blitzing 1 every once in a while. It seems like Womack felt like that Mateer was a lot better. The tape was off his hand, and the ball was coming better off his hand. So he felt like we're going to drop out here and play zone and not really get after him, and we're going to intercept the ball, and we're going to try to cover. Well, that didn't work because they found spots. That Sabarini, or what's his name?
Satang.
So good gracious, man. He sounds like a mixed drink just out there in the Hawaiian Islands. So
he's tough.
He's a good ball player. He was finding places, Dean, in the middle of that defense of Bama's. And this is what I was told. This is what Pate said, the bald guy with the white T-shirt we all love and respect so much. You can find him at Josh Pate.
He literally knows everything.
Josh Pate, college football. I know, he's great. We watched him since he was on small TV stuff way back in the day. He said him being on the sideline without being too – because he don't tell like who, or he's real good at what he does. Pretty much he said that the Bama defense come to the coach and said, I don't want to play like this no more. I want to get after this quarterback and make him earn it tonight. Let us go and let us go get him. Womack said, okay.
Yeah.
Hats off to Womack for dropping his ego.
Yeah, because, you don't want to be a coach. Most coaches don't want to be like, no, I want to come up with a game plan that beats
What do you know? You're a player. Just go up there and shut up, snap the ball.
Well, but that's part of coaching. It's still his game plan, and it was still his decision to do it. So.
Yeah. So the players come to told, defense, that coach said, Womack and one of the assistants said, let us go get this guy, man. I think we can get after him. They got spots, man. And sure enough, Dean, that second half, wow. I mean, all over the place, the twist, and that pick.
There was one there. I'm like, how do you not pick that guy up? And it was. This about Mateer. I was pretty impressed with him the other night.
Yeah, I was.
He's better. I kind of thought he might have been a little overrated, but I actually thought he played good.
Well, he's been hurt, for weeks and weeks and weeks. He has been hurt for a lot. Now, I thought he threw the ball well. I mean, it come off his hands well. Now, what did you?
At first, the play looked like, what is he doing on the interception?
Yeah, tell me about that.
More about it. Well, it was supposed to have been a spot route, and Alabama disguised it, and the guy. He just said they completely tricked him. He junked it out there, and Savion Brown's just sitting there. He let the guy run by him.
Well, it looked like, they played cover 0. And if you look on the pre-snap, when I went back and watched it, the corner over there on that left side of him, did you see him run out? He bails out and runs up the field. So he's thinking, well, this is cover. He's going to drop in zone, so there's going to be nobody over there. And little did he know, bam, Zay's sitting there, and he squats on it and just take to the house, man. Tied the game up.
The receiver also didn't look back.
No, he said that in the game, he said that he gave him the X. Pate said he stood on the sideline and he watched, Mateer give him the X with his arms, and the receiver nodded his head like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't think there was nothing. He didn't do it on purpose. It looked bad. But,
no.
It was a legit. They throw spot routes in college.
Yeah.
They do that. People don't believe that. Well, why would you not throw to No, they throw to receivers before they're open all the time.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
And that just didn't work.
No.
I think it's dangerous myself. But.
Well, they throw them open, and especially those comeback routes, you see them let go of the ball.
Gosh, they won't even be into the route.
No, and he's waiting to turn around. He's done let go of the ball, and you turn around, and it's right there on you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but I think that was one of those cases, and it just didn't work out.
No, he just read it wrong, man. He just did it. He screwed up. I mean, you know what happens.
Yeah, I think they were probably a little – somebody said this. I didn't see it because I was at the game. They said Oklahoma – somebody told me that they felt like Oklahoma felt like they may have been in complete control.
But yeah,
there at one point in the game, and then they just kind of panicked, and it just, you can't do that against Alabama. That's what's bad. That's what's great about playing or being an Alabama fan or playing for Alabama. People, they're a little leery of you anyway.
Yeah.
And if they get up big on you, guess what the first thing they're thinking is? Oh, God, here they come. Now they're going to come back on us.
Well, do you think that if the same thing happens against Indiana, and we'll go through this and we'll let you get off here and let you get on your way.
I got a couple of minutes. Go ahead.
If Indiana gets up on Bama, say, 14-0, and then Bama maybe kicks a field goal, makes it 14-3, and we'll go into halftime, are you a little nervous about that? I mean,
yeah, because they give up 10 points against Ohio State. And here's the thing that scares me about that. Jeremiah Smith he had 150 yards receiving against them. It's almost like, well, you can have all you want, but you're not going to score any points. But now, don't get me wrong. Didn't Ohio State not have some opportunities to score and just didn't? You know what I'm saying? They missed a field goal, didn't they?
Yeah, they didn't play real. They missed their plays.
And they had a bad play call. I heard they had a bad play call on like a third one. They threw it.
Yeah.
And so, you can say, well, they held them to 10, but did they really hold them to 10?
It's the same thing that happened in the Oregon game, man. People's got to go watch that. These Indiana fans keep using that as their bait to bait people in to make them think that they're really a number one legit team. Now, listen, Bama's been number one a lot, and I can go out here and say, and you, of all people, you say it a lot, Alabama's been lucky a lot. And, hey, look, man.
They have. I mean, that's just part of it.
It is. Indiana
Somebody always said when you're that good, you're going to get lucky.
Yeah, they asked Lou Holtz one time, how did you win at Notre Dame? He said, sometimes you're just lucky. To go undefeated.
Georgia gets lucky a lot, too.
To go undefeated.
Yeah.
I don't care what you got going on. If you're playing a junior high team, it's hard to go undefeated. So, I'm going to give respect for them just to go undefeated. I know their schedule's not the same as them playing the SEC. We all know that.
No.
But if they go up, it's 14-3 at halftime. I wouldn't think
you don't want to get down on them, do you?
No, I don't. I mean, because they do play defense, They do
play defense. I'll give them that 100%. I'm not really worried about. I think the Alabama defense matches their offense, but I don't. This is just not a good team for Alabama to be struggling on offense.
No, and who's gonna panic first?
I know.
I think that's key. I think whoever panics first is whoever hits that panic button. Oh crap! And it just feels like to me, and watching them Bama play for 30-something years, I just think they've been through it, man. They've been through so much this year, and all the teams they've played. Those LSU front defensive lines were great. South Carolina was good. I don't think Bama flinches when they play the 6-inch arm punch game. If you flinch, you get another punch. Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
I just don't see them flinching, man. I think they've seen it. Georgia, okay. Georgia's had the best defensive front that Bama's going to have seen. Way better than what Indiana's going to give them.
Right. Well, they say the best defensive front in the country is Texas Tech. So,
yeah,
I'm just saying that's what they say on ESPN.
Right.
They're not going to see it against Indiana. They may see a good defense against Indiana.
I just don't think the Indiana can dial up something better than Kirby Smart. I won't believe it. I believe there's more NFL talent on Georgia team than there is Indiana. And
I got to be honest, and I'll make this before I get off here. And of course, I'll talk to you. I think Alabama probably beats them in a very close game.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think they're going to thump them. I don't think either one of them will thump the other one.
Now, talking about those. Yeah, I agree. Now, you're talking about surprise. One last surprise here. The biggest surprise of the weekend for me was not Bama, Oklahoma, because that was really the only good game. And nobody's watching Tulane, Ole Miss. Nobody's watching James Madison, play Oregon. But, Dean, what in the Sam shit happened to A&M? They just went completely dead.
The same thing we said happened all year. What we talked about all year. What happens to them? What does their quarterback do? What constantly?
Turns the ball over, man.
Yes, he's great. But he is a turnover machine. I love it. I love Reed.
Yeah.
But, and especially down around the end zone.
He's Babe Ruth, man. He hits a lot of home runs, but, man, he will lead the team in strikeouts. He'll lead the league in strikeouts. He's Babe Ruth. I mean, he can be great, but
I bet he absolutely drives. I mean, and there's not even – and don't get me wrong, there's not – you never have the conversation. And they probably had it with Ty Simpson more than they have Reed. I don't know if they've ever had a conversation. Y'all think we need to go a different route than Marcel Reed? That ain't happening.
Oh, yeah. Now, let me say this. Have you seen any of the portal quarterbacks? Jesus Christ, every team. My God, man, what is going on? Every quarterback.
Auburn's got a new good one. Is he going to be pretty good? He's a running back. He's a running quarterback.
6'3", 225 pounds. He played at Rossville up in North Carolina. He's 4 AA football in high school. He was a 4-star coming out. He's ranked in the top 100. He went to the state championship game and lost. Went to South Florida, has won some games. His 3 tougher games, like Memphis, Navy, and Tulane, and those games that they lost, his QBR was like 55. He will throw for some yards. He looked good against Florida. I've studied him. I looked at him when Bama had to play him that year, and I went in today and looked at him more. Here's the thing. With Auburn, they are going to get a quarterback that knows the system that he's going to be handed the playbook. He don't even have to go study it. He's been playing with Goalish for 2 years. It'll be a great opportunity for Auburn to get off on a quicker step. However, defensively, man, Auburn has lost some guys from graduation.
I heard one of their best corner left.
Crawford's gone. Keys is gone. Then you got graduation. You're losing Falk and those other guys. Atkins is going to stay, and Winters is going to stay also. So this is going to be a different. This is definitely going to be a different Auburn team. I think he's going to bring this guy in, and if they can win 6 or 7 games, they'll be okay with it. They're going to let Deuce hang back and learn this offense and let him study under Brown, and then come out in 27 and feel like they can have a good run at it with Deuce. Let him play for 2 years, and they're going to take some time. They're going to have to add them some running backs. The Cobb can run the ball, but he can't run it 30 times a game, man. We watched him play high school ball his whole life. He's a super athlete. But Cobb can't run it 30 times a night, so they need to do that too. But adding Brown,
I'd like to see that. But I'm sorry. But we love Reed. And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
3,600 yards, but his turnovers cost him. There's no doubt about it.
He's going to be a spark, and he'll win you a game late like he did to beat Notre Dame. They shouldn't have beat Notre Dame. I mean, let's just be honest.
They should have never. No, Notre Dame should be in the playoff.
Yeah, I know.
Not because they should have picked them. They should have won that game.
Well, but they should have picked them too. And James Madison and Tulane need to go play their own division. Just take the top 12 teams. Just rank them and take 12.
Notre Dame and Vanderbilt.
Crap. Take Texas and Vandy and BYU and Notre Dame. Put those guys in and come on, man. Crap. This stuff. So I ain't watching James Madison in Oregon.
You give Miami any chance against Ohio State. I know we'll talk about that later. You don't.
Well, they played good.
Ohio State's just kind of their offense is not. Everybody's struggling on offense. You know that.
Yeah, I know. That. Well, it's been that way for a little bit. We got a lot of. Think about the quarterbacks in this. Just go through the quarterbacks starting in this playoff. Just go through the ones that are starting right now. All right, you got
Stockton, Mendoza, Simpson.
Saying
I don't even Morton is that Morton at Texas Tech,
right? Yeah. So all of those guys, man. Mendoza played some at UCLA. He's got a little play time in his belt. Stockton played last year some. Dean, I just think the problem is Ty Simpson, first start.
Experience.
Carson Beck is the most experienced gun in this playoff, is he not?
Oh, by far, yes.
Okay, then if we're going to go by experience.
Him and Dante Moore.
Well, he played a little, at UCLA, but he threw a bunch of picks, and Kelly jerked him out.
Oh, so he did.
He didn't play a lot.
Yeah, Beck's definitely the most experienced quarterback.
So I think we just got a lot of young quarterbacks. But the good news is Bama's talking about them, and you go ahead and jump off, hit the boat, and I know you got to get the life preservers ready. I think the good news is, Dean, and we can preview next year, and we'll get into that after the first year sometime. A lot of the better players on this Bama team are freshmen.
Yes, they are. There's some very good ones.
Yeah.
And their defense is fired up now. Their defense is good. They've been good all year. I don't see them just getting torched. But
they got a lot of good young players, man. It's Alabama fans. Don't hang your head, Bama fans. Listen, if we lose to Indiana, if Bama loses this game, they go in there and fight with them, and they lose 31-28 or 28-21. Bama will be back to a Rose Bowl before Indiana. I'm just telling you that.
Oh, yeah.
Indiana can say what they want to, and they can act like they're all high and mighty and, whatever. That's fine. But Bama will always be Alabama. And with a I'm going to call it number one recruiting class. USC got the number one rank because they had 35 kids. Bama only got about 20. But points-wise, is rating the players. Bama's got the best class. They got a Saban-style class. He's got guys coming. They got a wide receiver coming from up north that's going to be coming in 27. 5-star guy. Good. So they got talent coming. They got a great young team. Bama fans, don't freak out. And stop saying the board of Michigan. Jesus Christ, can we move on from that?
I think that's over with. And I'll say this honestly. I think that no matter what happens with Indiana, I think the board needs to be left alone. He got over the hump. They upset somebody. I mean, technically, that's considered an upset on the road in Oklahoma.
Yeah, they were higher.
Won 20 games in 2 years.
They beat a higher ranked team at their house. So that's
at their own, which does not happen.
No,
that's why I didn't think Alabama will win, because it's an Oklahoma.
As of this year, did you know that all the home teams that started the playoff last year, all the home teams have won playoff, all of them.
Yeah, I know, and now 2 of them lost it this year.
Yeah,
A&M lost.
Yeah,
but I think he needs to be. I think he needs to be accepted into the nation, Alabama nation.
You got Bama
no matter what happens, unless maybe they get these 50 to nothing, which we know that's not.
No, you got Bama plus 6 in this game, or what do you think?
I won't just make it a pick 'em. Maybe I'll give Alabama a 1. I usually don't pick Alabama, but I got to this time just from the lack of experience of Indiana. This is going to be big for them. The only thing is, and I don't like that they're reading all this stuff. They're hearing people talk about how they're not for real, which could fire them up. But I'll give Alabama a 1.5. That means they're favored. I think they'll win.
Yeah.
But it won't be that much. I'd be shocked if it was a beatdown.
I think Indiana's probably going to have a time in the game they get ahead and they kind of go in mentally, because they got a lot of players like from James Madison and smaller schools, and this is a big deal for them, man. Like you said, maybe their eyes get too big out there looking around at that stadium, and that's Pasadena. The Rose Bowl is a shitty stadium. It's not nice. It's run down. It's hard to get to. I've been by it. The roads to get in is nearly impossible. It's weird. It's set up strange out on the side of the road over there. It's just weird. It may be too much for them, and
it could be. That's very likely. But Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Yeah,
and I'll holler at you in a day or 2.
All right, y'all be careful.
Okay, buddy.
All right.
Bye.
All right, the one and only, the Diamond Dean there. Thank you guys for coming by and hanging out with me tonight here on Locker Room Sports. I think we broke it down and talked about it about every way we can. Aaron, Merry Christmas to you and your bunch up there, the Big Valley Head Purple Tigers up there. We will have high school reclassification. I'll be breaking that down here in about a month. Private schools are probably going to be going on their own accord. I think that's when they're taking a little bit longer. So to kind of go back through it here again, keys for victory for Alabama over Indiana, my opinions. Defensively, Bama needs to keep Indiana third and a little bit longer. I think make Mateer have to throw the ball. I think that's going to be important. Get after his tail. Don't let him be able to stand back there and just throw the ball. I like Ty running early, even on first downs, man. Let him run the ball. If it's just for 4 or 5 yard pickup, man, it could be 2nd 5, 2nd 6, and that squares up the playbook a little bit better for Grubb. I want to give a shout out. Ryan Williams tagged him on Twitter, and I'm sure he's not on any of his media stuff right now. They're practicing and getting ready to go. Bama fans are not against him at all. We're actually pulling for him, especially people that live here in the state that watched him play in high school out Saraland, 2-time Mr. Alabama. I don't know, man, if it's just something in his head or something he's got going on, but we're pulling for Ryan. And every player that goes through these times, they have a game where it's like, bam, they have a breakout game. Maybe this could be the game for him, so I'm going to pencil that in over there. Alabama, do they be able to win the game? Yes. Time of possession. And, hey, Bama can go down there, make your field goals if we're going to set up and kick field goals from 30 yards plus. We hope he's going to hit those field goals, okay? But you know what? Iron Bowl to Oklahoma game, this first-round playoff, man, DeBoer has really just pulled up his, big boys and this 4th down plays, man. And he's going for it on 4th down. He trusts this team, and it really seems like they trust in him. I think this team has even bonded more. It takes years, man, to bond with your coach. Now, some of these guys, the young ones that have taken over the team, those are DeBoer's recruits. These freshmen like Hill and Brooks that you've seen take off in these flashes of greatness. I think that they have a great chance to win this game. I don't think the moment is going to be as big to them as it is going to be to Indiana. Time possession, make you field goals. Ty, don't try to do it. I won't say don't try to do it all by yourself, but he's kind of going to have to. Receivers going to have to run good routes, get open. I don't think their corners can cover all 3 of the wide receivers all night, plus try to cover Cuevas, the tight end, which is a big difference maker. Just keep the ball out of Indiana's hands and the offense not getting the ball. And, again, Bama going for a lot of 4th downs, man. I mean, those key moments, and even scoring on the 4th down, against Oklahoma. Brooks there with that little spin move, little washing machine move to jump in the end zone there. Amazing. Great play for him. I don't know if Mendoza and some of those guys that Sieg has brought with him, some of those guys are from small schools. And, not that Bama don't have guys from small schools, but I think DeBoer said, guys, I think that he said that almost 20 players on this team, he said, we're going to be returning home to their home state of California. So this is going to be a big home game for a lot of these guys that play at Mater D and those big schools up there in California, which they play in a lot of big games. And some of these kids from, smaller schools are not used to that. Will the moment be too big for Indiana? I don't it's hard to tell, man. Sig's a good coach, and he's a Nick Saban disciple, which will have 4 of them in this playoff right now that come from under that tree. It could be. You make a great point. But here's the thing. If Bama don't win it, like I just told Dean there, a lot of this team that's the quality players on this team are freshmen, man. There's a lot of young juice on this team. So, hey, look, if Bama loses the Rose Bowl, look forward to next year and the guys coming back and going through the spring, and they're going to add a top recruiting class, the best recruiting class in the nation. USC got number 1 because they just got 10 more 3-stars. They just have more players. They have more quantity, but Bama has the better quality in this year's recruiting class. So don't be all huffy and puffy. If they go in there and lay an egg now, just don't show up and play like they did against Georgia, which I don't think is going to happen because they're missing 7 starters against Georgia, and I think that hurt them, put them in a bad spot. That first quarter against Oklahoma, they just come out of sleep. Like they were just maybe too excited. When they calmed down and wanted to get after the quarterback on defense, things changed. Bama really stepped up and just, changed the whole darn thing. Yeah, I always got some great players. Their linemen are great, but Indiana's got a lot of great linemen too. I mean, their line, they push guys around. I'm really interested because we all know this, guys. Y'all watch football here on Locker Room Sports. Make sure you hit the thumbs up while you're coming by here on the page. I would really appreciate it. Just hit the little blue thumb there on Facebook or YouTube. Like the video. I'd appreciate it. We know that this Indiana team has been kind of thrown together, and this year they got them a quarterback, and we know that their schedule's not the best in the world. But winning that many games, man, it's tough to win games. I know Penn State took them to the wire, and that's a game they shouldn't, be pinned down on. It's not a big rival game for them, but they found a way to win. Those things help build confidence of a team. And if Indiana comes out and gets up hot and gets big, can they keep that confidence and can keep their heads level to where they can maintain a balance? Because Saban was always about that balance through the game, not high, not low. You just ride that wave and you play faceless opponents. It's about playing your best game and about every play getting better on the next snap and just focusing on that. So that's kind of that, and I'll take Bama. I think they got the guys. I think they got the mental fortitude to beat Indiana, personally, for me. So Christmas Eve. Last thing here, we did talk about Auburn's Brown. He's going to be portaling in from South Florida to Auburn. Does he make a difference for that team? Yeah, I'm going to say he probably has to. It's not going to be worse. Daniels did find some rhythm there in the Iron Bowl. He did rush for, I think, didn't he have like 100 yards rushing? Run around there and give Bama a hard time. This guy is more a natural runner. He's bigger, he's heavier, he's hard to bring down. And him knowing the offense is going to be key. So, and here's the thing, losing all those players, you have to know that that's going to happen because in today's game of college football that we're running after the model of NFL now, guys, there's an NFL collective. You can't just call and tell old Larry to just drop me a check out there for $100,000. I need to pay this player. It has to go through the collective now. And that's how they're having to do it. So now that some of these Auburn players on defense had some of them had pretty good years, their value has went up a little bit. But coaches are evaluating them and looking at watching tape and saying, you're wanting 750, we're going to offer you 300. That's all we can do. And if they try to take off and go somewhere else and they can find out that they only get offered 250, some of them may come back. That's what you need to remember, Auburn fans. Just because you got 25 guys in the portal, that don't mean that they're all going to leave. They're testing the waters. They're fishing. They're trying to figure out, what is my open market value? And if they can get a better value for themselves out there somewhere, that's what they're going to do. So adding Brown to this, I guess it could be. It's not going to hurt them again, but against some better opponents, I know his QBR has been 55 or 60. It's not been real good. He'll have better weapons to throw to. He will still have Cam to throw the ball to. Simmons is gone, and I don't know. They're going to have to – here's the thing. They're going to have to keep the offensive line up to date, and that's where the games are won at. That's where you want to spend your money. So keep an offensive line good. That'll definitely give Brown plenty of time to make a decision and throw the ball, to throw it clean. But if he has to get out of the pocket and run, he's a big one to bring down, man. I studied on him 2 years ago. Watch him. Just go watch some film on him play. If you're just not a fan of the team or anything, just go watch him play. It's going to be fun to watch. So, with that being said, I would say all teams, this portal is coming open pretty soon. You need to spend your money as the NFL does. And if you look at the NFL and how they do things, the NFL does things as They're paying their linemen to try to – and offensive and defensive linemen are – it takes more time than it does to train a DB or a wide receiver. It's a skill that it's tough, man, especially guards and centers. They are hard to find, and they're going to cost you some money, but they're the ones that's going to win you the games. So all the guys up here in the portal that's looking to, do whatever, I would suggest that you do that you go out and spend some money on your line, offense and defensive line, personally for me. Now, last, let's say this. Notre Dame, they've completely wiped their schedule of USC. They say that they may revisit it in 2030. It seems that they're taking advantage of the situation of where you just schedule easy teams, you win all the games, and then you make it to the playoffs. But are your teams really going to be tested? Are they really going to be ready to go out there and play Ohio States and Bamas and Miamis and Oregons? Are they really going to be ready to play those kind of teams when it's time for the playoffs? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's a great idea. So it's going to turn out however it does, and I don't care about Notre Dame really at all, but it just seems like they've made them sign these papers to say if we, make the top 12, we automatically get in. I don't think there should be any automatic qualifiers at all. Let's take out the G4, whatever you want to call them, Tulane, all them. Let them play their own thing. But you could just take the top 12 period. Don't worry about conference champ automatically in, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're ranked, because we're taking like a 22nd ranked Tulane and putting them in this playoff, they don't have a chance to win. Or James Madison, ranked down there, really low, and you put them in this playoff because they automatically just get in. If they make the top 12, great, you're in. But if you don't, man. Just take the 12. I like a 4 team. I think the 12's too many. They're going to go to 16 next year. I think it's crazy. Just take the 12. Notre Dame, if you're good enough and you make the 12, then you get in. Because they're not going to go to a conference. Notre Dame's not going to join a conference. They're not. They'll have to open their books and show the NCAA their monies, and they're not going to do that because they're the Catholic Church, and they're not going to do that. I think that's all I got here. Injury report, Bama and them. LT Overton seems like he's probably going to play the Indiana game. And Tim Keenan, they were saying something about Tim Keenan. I seen him after the game on videos and stuff of them getting roses after the game. He was skipping through the tunnel at Oklahoma getting his rose. He's fine. Okay, he's fine. Now, the 2027 wide receiver 5-star guy, Marshawn Sales, he's from Alabama. He lives in Indiana right now. He's a top wide receiver, number 9 overall. He's a long jump champion as a sophomore in high school, and he's a 100-meter track guy. He's really interested in Bama right now. One of the top receivers in the country, living in Indiana. It's pretty weird, huh? Pretty weird. That's all I got for you today. Locker Room Sports. Like to get on here, get about an hour. Glad Dean could stop by and hang out a few minutes before he got back on the road, back in the boat. Headed back over here to dry land. And we'll catch up with you guys probably maybe next Sunday. We'll come back on and do Big Show Sunday. Jeff and Zach, hope y'all are having a great time and going back and watching this later. Love you guys, and Merry Christmas to y'all. And y'all keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. Have a great Merry Christmas. Enjoy your family and time with them. That's what's most important. Thank God we serve a born king that came to give us all a chance at salvation. All right. Thank y'all.